Greetings, hello, people. This video will be different from the last video. If you can't read, well, now you know. And if you're just watching this without listening, go screw yourself. I'm just kidding. But, yeah, I decided to turn on audio. I don't know. Maybe you guys didn't want to hear me so much. But yeah, I want to talk about today. Talk about a certain topic, and it's how to remember things. I know plenty of people who can't remember stuff. I mean, you just think about it. Like, you know, plenty of friends will be like, I don't remember this. They'll be failing their classes, you know, in high school, middle school, whatever. You know, whoever's watching this. I have a story for y'all. This geology teacher, I was in his class, and his whole work was just catered around, you know, memory retention. And so you go in class, right, and you go take your notes for the lecture, and then next class was always, no matter what, will be a quiz based on last week or maybe a couple weeks back. I did great. Like, I finished that class with a 95, but I know plenty of people who like barely failed, and I think some of them are taking summer classes because of it, just because they don't know how to remember stuff. And so I'm gonna give you some couple tips. This isn't really like listed. I'm kind of going off script here, so if you see a lot of cuts, it's because I have no idea what I'm fucking talking about. Yep, get out of here. Back to script. My off-script script. Let's go. Number one, the easiest way to remember something is you gotta kind of embrace your memories. And what I mean by that is when you're thinking, if I'm in a conversation with somebody and they mention something, my first thought should always be, how can this become a memory? Or how can I relate it to a memory? Now, if someone mentions pizza, the first thing I'm gonna think of is, I love pizza. Man, there's a good time. And the specific time I went to this pizza place, got this pizza, you know. But that's the pretty much premise of it. What I'm trying to get at is embrace your memories. You know, don't like think about emotions. You know, try to think about it logically, right? You're just proving to an audience or a teacher, just somebody. You're proving to someone that you know what you're talking about because you remember the answer, or you remember this happened. In reality, someone could be lying and say, "Well, this happened," and you'll go and go, "Well, actually, boom, you're wrong." Because here's why. So if you really want to think about this, like, why should you want to remember stuff? You could win a lot of arguments, all right? I mean, don't you always want to win arguments? That's the main thing I want to get at. Is just you got to embrace your memories, right? And another thing you should do is, let's say you have an important test coming up, and you know it's going to be over attention because you've taken the course, and it's like, all right, well, I mean, this guy, he doesn't know how to teach, but he does know how to test people. And something that helped me specifically is splitting my workloads into directly before and after sleep. And so what that did for me is that when I would go to bed, I would be thinking about the topic. So let's say I took a quiz on, going back to the geology, let's say I took a quiz on earthquakes, right? And I wanted to know all about, you know, this is different kinds, like this is how they study earthquakes, you know, this is the kind of waves. I probably sound like a nerd to you guys. I would read about the waves right before I go to bed, right? I used to take photos of my notes, and I just look at my notes right before I go to bed. No, I'm talking about, like, this is literally, like, you can just scroll on your phone. Oh, I gotta study this. You look at the photo. And this goes to my next problem. If you take photos of your notes, wherever you are, you can always talk to yourself. You can always go back and talk to yourself about the notes. Now, I'm not trying to sound like you gotta be crazy and, like, have a conversation with yourself. No, but you literally repeat about what you wrote down, and soon enough, it'll be ingrained in your brain. What I'm trying to get at is just, like, remembering stuff is easy. Like, if you really break it down, it's just like, alright, I gotta review this work for just 5 minutes every hour or so. Like, I mean, not every hour. It can even be less than that. It's literally just, you just read your notes, right? And this can go past school. Oh, wait. I see you. Sorry guys, I was concentrating. I probably look like I'm shit today. Something that'll help with remembering stuff is figuring out what is actually important to remember. But you shouldn't have to know such specific items to actually know. Oh my gosh. You shouldn't have to sit down and think of specific items to actually remember a general topic. What helps you remember a general topic is just understanding it. Anyways, you tubba-lubs that are listening. It's really simple to remember stuff. I mean, just writing stuff down, thinking about it constantly throughout the day. And when you think about something, don't just think about, like, okay, the car was color blue. No, you got to think about it more. Just like, if you were to see the car in real life, how would you imagine it? So I want to give you guys an example of like how remembering is like useful, and looking like I'm talking to you as though you're in class, right? I mean, most of my viewers are my friends. So I'm currently taking this environmental science class, right? And the topic today was about energy and matter and all that stuff. Like, I mean, we just kind of started, so we're just kind of going over the basics of what the Earth is made out of, how simple stuff happen. Because environmental science is the study of the environment. You know, I mean, that's literally what it is. Jump down. If I die one more time, like, you're not even looking at me. Okay, so back to my story about the environmental science. So we were talking about matter, energy, and he brought up the law of conservation of matter. What that is basically matter can't be destroyed; it can only be transformed. He said at the start of the class, and then he later comes back, maybe an hour later, and goes, "What is the law of conservation of matter?" And just for me knowing the answer, he was like really impressed. He's like, "Wow, good callback, good callback. Wow, everyone, give him a round of applause. I mean, he is just amazing." No, it didn't actually happen like that. But you get what I'm saying. I mean, people get easily... It's kind of easy to impress people if you just have a memory about stuff like that. Sorry, guys, if the gameplay looks kind of bad right now. I suck at video games, as it seems. And those people that don't, like... They don't, like, know how to remember stuff. That's just an effort thing. It's really just a skill issue. Like, if you can't remember simple stuff from classes or work, like simple instructions on how to do something. I don't know, something that always... Okay, I have an example. Alright, I spent some time thinking. Alright, I don't know if you guys are actually like paying attention to how many cuts are in this video, but oh, I'm just lagging. No, but like something that always pissed me off is like in math class, someone didn't understand the Pythagorean theorem, like you don't remember it. Like that, I mean that is something that you've learned in middle school and you can't remember that. Yeah, there's 3 letters in it. You guys are just gonna watch me play Minecraft because it's iconic, right? I mean that's the only reason I'm playing it, totally not because I have a crap top. Maybe that's why I'm losing all these games, because I'm lagging, right guys? Alright guys, you guys are gonna see me try hard now. I realize I'm sick of losing. That's why I'm getting kills. But yeah, tonight I made a smash burger with bacon and cheese and onions. It was so good. Oh, that's like the #2 red meat meal. If you know, you know. Right guys? Per height and weight, there's like a certain amount of limit. Like you can be this tall and weigh this much. My weight had to only be like 191. I weighed in at like 203 at home. And obviously, I didn't tell my recruiter that. I'm not going to, right? Anyways, yeah, I just ate a lot, but easiest way for me to cut it out was, honestly, I just stopped eating chips every day. I know, shocker, that's like, actually like my worst trait. Can we get a death counter so far? I mean... It's ridiculous how bad I'm doing today. Yeah, I got a couple plans later next week. Go get pizza, and then another plan, get pizza again, but this time it'll be with a more bigger group, so it's like a different event. I really enjoy playing Minecraft, honestly. Like, it's really not comforting. I'm not gonna... Oh, it's a comfort video. I'm literally not leaving my desk. I'm not stopping this recording until I get a win. I was considering like getting a phone stand on my car and like driving around. If you guys want to watch that as well, you know, I will just do a voiceover. It won't be direct commentary. But I don't know how I'm gonna do that. But I will consider it. I mean, that's like a $20 investment. I don't know if you guys are worth $20 yet. The video started off as how to remember, and whatever. Nothing ever happens. Yeah, I'll just replace that. Because you didn't get hit by the lava yet. If I win this game, it's the last game. It's just literally just like, just get off on a win. Bobby, 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 Bobby. Alright guys, see you later. That is another video from Hamburglar146 or 147 in this game. Alright, bye.